Welcome back, here to discuss the champions Manchester City's summer business. Barney, notoriously big spenders over the past few windows, you know, they've spent a bit of money, but it's been quite reserved, hasn't it?
It has been quite reserved. I mean, Pellegrini must have thought he didn't really need to do much after winning the title last season. You look at their side, where do they really need to strengthen? Probably centre-back in the main place. They've done that with Mangala, spent a lot of money on him. Fernando's come in centre midfield, looks to have put Fernandinho out of the team. So I think they didn't really have too much to do, and they've addressed where they needed to.
Pascal, they always say it's important to strengthen when you're on top, isn't it? You know, obviously they won the league last season, but up front, you know, they got linked with Falcao, let Negredo go. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised now they've only sort of got three main strikers, and with Aguero's injury problems, like he could just pick up an injury, and then you've got Dzeko and Jovetic, and if either of them is not particularly on song, they look really light in attack. I mean, like you say, Negredo, letting him go, that was surprising. I mean, because when he came last summer, his first few games, he was brilliant, wasn't he? So surprising to let him go.
Well, what about outgoings? You know, obviously Richards went abroad, didn't he? You know, Rodwell left as well. They haven't lost anyone too sort of important to their team. What do you make of the players that have left?
Yeah, they kept hold of all their star players. Obviously, there was a big thing about Yaya Toure, big thing about him leaving at the start of the summer, but they've done well to keep him now. Richards, you know, he deserves a word because he's the longest serving player at the club. He's only gone on loan to Fiorentina, but fair play to him for going there and not willing to sit on the bench because they got, you know, Stagnop's come in. But yeah, I think overall they've done well to keep hold of their best players.
Pascal, are you surprised they haven't brought in like a marquee signing? You know, they've brought in good players, but there's not been sort of a superstar where you say, you know, wow, you know, look what they've done there. Is that surprising for you?
I guess so, but I mean, like Barney said, they have kept all their stars anyway, and they won the league last year, so they've obviously got a great team already. And I mean, Falcao might have been one. It was surprising to see him go to United. I mean, he said he wanted to go to Real Madrid, and then it was City, and then United. I mean, he would have been a good signing for them up front, but if he'd come in, then you would have seen like Falcao and Aguero and Dzeko and Jovetic probably wouldn't have got in, and they're two brilliant players. So I'm not that surprised because they've got so many good players as it is, and they did win the league last year. So,
Ronnie, quick word on the goalkeepers. You know, Joe Hart a bit of the clanger at the weekend, didn't he, with Mamdouth? You know, scoring probably should have saved it. They brought in Caballero, who's a very good goalkeeper, someone Pellegrini knows well. Do you think Joe Hart's got a fight on his hands here? I do.
He'll have more competition this season than did last. I think Caballero is a very good keeper. Yeah. He's shown that in the league over the years, and you know, Hart can't get away with high-profile errors. He lost his place in the team last season, and Pellegrini won't hesitate to do it again if he carries on like he did against Stoke, because he should have saved that shot.
So overall, the window as a whole, Barney, what would you give them out of 10?
I think they've done quite well, but when you compare it to the likes of Chelsea, I don't think they've strengthened that much. I'll give them a 7.
Let's go.
I'm just going to give them a 6. I mean, you look at what they've done, and you think, well, there's not too much going on, so it's hard to give them like a too high rating or too low a rating, really. So I'm going to give them a 6.
Yeah, I agree. Like you say, when we spoke about the kept players, but they haven't really sort of brought a superstar in, so I'm going to go 6 as well. So average window for City. Thanks for joining us.